Hello, this is 6-Minute English from Said Kamzal Astayev Secondary School. In our podcast series, we are going to discuss different topics and current events. And today in the studio, we have an 11th grade student, Khairat Kızı Dina. Dina, nice to see you and welcome.
Nice to see you too.
Dina, you are the first student and first person to appear in this studio. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, your achievements in studying some school subjects rather good. Especially, I'd like to focus on your results in learning English as a second language. So, you are the gold medal winner in revising great Abay Kunanbayev's poetry in English. You are the silver medal winner in research project in an international competition. You got first place in regional English Olympiads. You took IELTS examination at the age of 15 and got 7 score. I think it's an awesome achievement for just an ordinary secondary school student. Can you tell us how did you manage to master the foreign language? Maybe you have a special secret.
When we talk about mastering the language, I mastered it with a way of naturally involving into it, naturally using it in everyday life. As the children, we naturally learn the Kazakh or Russian language. That is the way of my learning English. I switched on all my social media to the English and system settings language to the English. And that way I unconsciously used it in everyday life. It became my daily routine, and by the time passed, I just became a naturally speaker of English.
Great, Dina. And what's the teacher's role in learning the language L2?
My teacher was the first person who introduced me to the basics of this language. He influenced me to speak the language, which is the most important thing, in which I became fluent in English. And also all my grammaticals, all basics in English, the tips how to use English in everyday was taught by my teacher.
Okay, good. So now I'd like to focus on some ways of learning English. So I'd like you to rate from 1 to 10. So how is it efficient? Yes. So first one is copy elementary school kids. Copy elementary school kids. So how do you rate it?
Copying in the way of native speakers?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a great thing. I will rate that a 6, maybe.
6 out of
Yeah.
10. Yeah.
Because it's sufficient only for those who have reached B1, at least intermediate level. And that's good, really good for the audio skills and pronunciation skills.
Okay. Next one. Chatting with native speaker.
I will, of course, rate it 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yes. You think it's one of the most efficient ways, yeah?
Yeah, because you use English in everyday life, and you experience, you make mistakes and learn from these mistakes. It's the best way.
Okay. So next one is learning vocabulary. How do you think? How efficient is learning vocabulary?
I would say about 7. Learning vocabulary is good, but I myself didn't learn it, didn't use this method. My vocabulary in the 9th grade, even though I was fluent in English, was about B1, but my level of speaking English was C1.
C1.
So vocabulary is not the very important thing, but when you learn the basics, it is necessary to learn vocabulary.
Okay, next one is try online courses. So, trying online courses, how do you think?
If it is for a long time period, and if you do not have any financial problems, then that's a good way, pretty good way. I will rate that about 8 or 10 because I'm learning another language by this way.
By this way.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, when you were preparing for IELTS examinations,
Yeah.
you did this method.
This thing about this, when I was just learning English, I tried online courses, but it didn't match me.
Didn't help you a
Yeah,
lot.
it didn't help me because it was a short time period thing.
Okay.
But in the IELTS, I must have learned the structure of the exam, which can be taught only by those who already took this
Took this
exam.
examination.
And in the internet,
Took successfully, yeah?
yeah, took successfully.
Mhm.
And in the internet, there are too many information about this, so you may be completely messed up. with this
Confused, you mean,
Yeah.
yeah? Okay. Listen to radio. Listen to radio.
I personally didn't try this method.
Mhm.
I'll rate that maybe 5.
5 out
Yeah.
of 10.
I don't think that's a good thing because for children, for teenagers, for my age, radio is not something really interesting. Maybe podcast will be more interesting.
It's something old-fashioned, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, maybe instead of listening radio, listening podcasts, yes?
Yeah.
Replace it.
Will
Okay.
be much better.
Okay, next one is reading books in original.
That
Reading
is
books in
something
original.
I recommend totally.
Mhm.
I did that. I've analyzed, I've read so many books in English since 9th grade, I guess. But also for that you have to have an intermediate. Maybe there are some books that are adapted to your level of English, but the original ones are for C1, B2, B2 or higher. I'll
Thank
rate
you.
that 9.
9 out of 10, yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
really good.
Thank you. So, using learning apps.
That's bad idea.
Bad idea.
Yeah,
Really?
I've tried many of them. Duolingo. I don't remember the names now, but it didn't help me at all.
At all.
So I'll rate that 1, maybe.
1 out of.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
bad idea.
Okay. So, next method is role play games. Role play games. So, including at classrooms. In classrooms.
That may be a good idea, but not as efficient as I said before, reading books or listening. I'll rate that averagely 6.
6
Yeah.
out of 10. And the last one, but not the least one, is go abroad. Going abroad.
It is, of course, a 10. It's like chatting with native speakers. You naturally evolve into the English-speaking environment, so it is a really good idea.
I think
And it is the fastest way.
Fastest way. And for some people who are not motivated in learning
Yeah.
for English, it can be a good motivation, yes?
Yeah, to understand native speakers.
Okay. Thank you, Dina. Thank you a lot. I think your recommendations, your opinions will help our students, and not only students, even for grown-ups a lot. So thank you for your conversation.
Thank you.
See you.